burying dead trees could be a cheap and easy way to reduce carbon emissions. So trees are really great at pulling carbon dioxide from the air and storing it in their tissues when they're alive, but after they die, a lot of that carbon is released back into the atmosphere. In 2013, a group of researchers decided to test whether or not they could prevent this from happening by burying 35 tons of wood. Well, as they were digging the trench to bury this wood, they unearthed a log that was buried 2 meters below the surface. And it turns out this log was actually 3,775 years old, which was way older than the 9 years they kept the wood buried for their experiment. When scientists analyzed the ancient tree and compared it to a modern red cedar, the ancient wood had only lost 5% of its carbon. So in order to create vaults that stop dead trees from releasing carbon, they need to be buried in oxygen-poor environments to prevent fungi and other organisms from breaking the tree down. In the case of the ancient log, it was buried in compact clay soil, but other anoxic conditions like in the desert or freezing cold could also work. There are lots of potential sources of this dead wood, from urban waste to trees that are wiped out by pests or diseases. And of course, you want the wood vault to be as close as possible to these sources to minimize the amount of energy that you're using to transport them. One wood vault would be about the size of 2 soccer fields, and after the wood is buried, it's not like the land is unusable. You can use it for parks or even plant crops on top of it. If there were 600 of these wood vaults across the US, the researchers estimate that it would prevent about a gigaton of carbon from being released back into the atmosphere.